Hello, YouTube friends. This is Moller and this is Sparta. We're doing Gorgo dominates the medieval age. We have a golden age. We're going to take monumentality again. We have two adventurers up to the north that are being chased by a skirmisher, so we're going to have to do something about that. We have a city-state that's ready to blossom over here, which we want to be prepared for. So in terms of setting up our cards, I want to get Diplomatic League here in place of Conscription. I want to keep the Barb card. Since we're going to be working on walls pretty shortly, I'm going to put Limes in. Then I'm going to be buying a bunch of tiles around Sparta and maybe a few other places. We'll see how that goes. So I think this is what we're going to do for cards for now. Actually thinking about putting walls right there instead of the Acropolis because I don't know how long we're going to be in Limes. So I'm going to move Pengala over to Argos. It'll be our most populous city before too long. But I'm going to stick Magnus in Sparta for a couple of reasons. One, we want to get this up online as quick as possible. And in order to do that, we're going to have to chop up to 7. There's no way around that. So there's nothing I want to buy around here. Eventually, I'm going to buy this tile. There's nothing I want to buy around here. I could buy this and give it to Ephesus. We'll see how we're doing for money. But here we want to buy anything to chop that is food related. I also want to start working that bananas. We're going to buy the terracotta spot and give it to Sparta. And I'm going to swap that. That leaves 368. I think I might buy out to those. Wow, that takes us exactly right to 0. We're going to need to make some money here. We have to be able to afford some 5-charge builders before too very long. I'm going to just sell 10 of the iron. So we're at 431. I'd also like to buy the workshop. And we'll go to Harar. Gonna have to make a stand here. He's gonna catch up. We'll improve the incense. I think we might sell it too. And I think what I want to do, we do want to get an alliance. I think this is going to be a tough nut to crack. So I think what we might do is after we conquer Ethiopia, we might go across our military allies' territory, get a hold of the Aztecs, get Scotland, get Sweden, and then go back up and get Phoenicia. So it's a working plan. We'll see what happens when somebody punches us in the face. So let's see if she'll be friends with us. We'll be able to ally with her right after I get mercenaries. I'm going to go feudalism, mercenaries, and then go into divine right. So I think that's a pretty sufficient first turn. That's not going to happen. Does Dido have a religion? Dido is Judaism. So let's upvote her. So Monty gets more grievances, and we did end up helping out our future ally. Gonna fortify. Gonna block the vulnerable unit. And the barbarians turned into a culture city-state, Vilnius. They want a trade route. That is not going to happen. So we're going to have to wait for a envoy in order to soothe them. I believe we get an envoy when we finish Acropolis, so 4 turns minimum we'll have an envoy. Just about done the walls here. It's going to time out pretty okay. No thank you. I'm saving her for second last. I didn't get any notice about Monty. What did he do? I think he must have taken Cahokia. Well, we might be able to do a little liberation war here on our way to getting a hold of him. I wish I would have been invited to that, although we are a little far away. Okay, so he disappeared. I'm going to step up onto the defensible terrain here. This is going to work out. In 4 turns, we will be able to start getting 5 charge builders. While I have that card in, I think I'm going to buy Pharsalus's next chop. I think I'm going to buy Athens' next district site. And I'm going to give Ephesus one more thing to work here. I'll have another trade route soon. Doesn't look like building any boats here is going to be a help, because I don't think I'm getting around the top here. So that was at least some useful information that I got from the scout here, which has to run away. Actually, I could just harbor that if there's a district availability. So let's work on the aqueduct so that when I get this, we're going to be able to build a good one. Future city-state. Okay, let's take that envoy, and we have choices. I might take Buenos Aires. I don't have any alliances, so I'm gonna just go for the amenities. Let's pin your encampment. Let's work on the lighthouse and get that trade route.
There is no easy way to...
So I can't put down that industrial zone right now. can lock in this one. Next turn, I'll buy some builders and we'll chop out population and start on the industrial zone.
Everything has its limit. In democracy, it's your vote that counts.
Before I change policies, I'm gonna buy a few remaining tiles here. Going to buy those two. Going to buy this one. And I think that should do. So let's change our policies. I'm going to put feudal contract in. So I might get a few more horses and iron to sell. We're going to get the 5 charge builders. We're going to go maritime industries to go along with veterancy. And I think what we're going to do for build order here is after the lighthouse, we're going to get a hold of a galley. And we're going to go with our production buildings. Well, if you think about it, the aqueduct is a production building because it's going to boost the industrial zone. And then we'll get that encampment, get a stable in here. And we'll want to buy a builder in this town. We're going to chop out the lighthouse. Just going to move you and buy a builder here. And then I think we're going to buy a builder here. We're going to do a couple of chops and get a hold of this. So I think that is going to do it. I'll try to make a little bit more money here. Do I have enough for one more? I do. Okay, let's do it that way. We're going to start doing some choppy chop. We should be able to chop this out, get this. And I don't think we're going to have those archers in time. So I might just go to mathematics and then maybe to shipbuilding after that, and then we'll get back on track. No, thank you. Cartography boost. We have another lighthouse on the way, so that'll be 2 trade routes pretty quick. I think I'm going to get a hold of Vilnius now. Don't have quite enough gold, but we do want the card in when we get to mercenaries, so we aren't going to do anything. Let's just move you all the way down to Pharsalos. You as well. Let's give a chop here. Going to chop here and then go get the bananas. Still not quite. Maybe I'll actually get those archers. And we're pop 7, so I actually will get out of that archer and into the industrial zone. Put you back on auto explore. Actually, I should be able to pick up this. If I have shipbuilding in time.
If I were again beginning my studies,
We're going to be 10 pop in Argos very quickly.
peace, one is
Wow, we're Sues of everybody. Be the last builder that I buy. And then we'll queue up the trader. We're going to time out poorly on the galley. So I'm going to go back to machinery. I'm going to put a farm here in this spot. Let's lock in the government plaza. I'm going to go down here and I'm going to chop the crabs. And we're going to put this as a future water park. I know I'm crippling the harbor a little bit, but I do want to be able to afford some workshops. Go back into shipbuilding. So this should give us very close to that. Excellent. Can't quite afford that yet. I'm going to get the archer.
There is nothing but a plank between a sailor.
I'm going to want this aqueduct, but I think before I do that, I'm going to work on the trader. Going to want to shift enter this turn. Okay, let's, oh, we're still on the same turn. We'll take money. We're going to want to give that tile back to Athens. So Athens' next district is going to be here. Pharsalis' next district is going to be here. Should have worked on the market. So we're making a bit of gold already. You come up here and get this chop. You're going to build the lumber mill.
It's all papers and forms. The entire civil service.
Okay, let's get that alliance. She's at war with Monty. We're going to want to send some trade routes to her before too long. Good, it's not by the volcano and it's not on floodplains, so that'll work. Here's the capital. I think we might get these 4 cities and then peace out with them, and we'll have Machu Picchu. Holy smokes. Let's start building some mines for Sparta. And let's keep the upgrade card because we're going to want to upgrade the crossbows. We're going to want feudal contract in now. We are going to be building an encampment and a stable pretty soon, but we've got some things to do first in Argos. We have enough builders for now. Maybe we'll just go for a little extra science in the short term. Maybe we'll work on a little bit more great general points.
I'd imagine the whole world as one big machine.
Out where Niter is. This is the only place that could possibly screw us up, so it's a little bit of a gamble. I'll definitely do that. I think I might buy that trader. Let's get one more crossbow and 2 more men-at-arms. So we'll go man-at-arms because we have the iron. Then we'll go crossbowmen, and then we'll get another man-at-arms. Bologna. Let's send you to Sparta. Let's send you to Sparta. Try to get a spearman kill. You happy to be standing on the floodplains. We'll also send you to Sparta. Ouch. Big time ouch. This will be a decision which we'll make later. You're friends with Menelik, so you're not going to be any help with him. Five turns we'll be fighting you.
The more science into I conclude
We
then
did
this
it. And we're going to switch governments into monarchy. I'm all done with upgrades. We're going to do some loyalty stuff. We're going to give retainers. We're going to put veterancy back in because we're going to be working on armories. And then I might put raid in. And we're going to go gold from trade routes. Then I think we might start working on terracotta, although it would be nice to have the catapults. I think guilds is the way we're going to go. Oh my goodness. I think we're going to shift enter to go into the Acropolis. Actually, I might work on a quadrireme. Two turns. Well, this is handy. Barcelos will have theirs. Argos could use one. Okay, Athens, let's get Warlord's Throne. We're going to actually promote Magnus to surplus logistics just to improve those trade routes and help Sparta out with some growth. And when we get a hold of the next governor next turn, we'll get Victor and we'll start to do some Victor things. So I have a skirmisher around. Let's
Strategy
see where
requires
that
thought.
barb camp popped up. We're gonna go castles. Let's get your trader and get you trading over there. Okay, is this war getting started finally? I'm sorry, I'm the aggressor, but it was bound to happen. There's our siege. We'll go to Sparta. That's a nice route. We're going to buy our workshop.
You can't go around arresting the Thieves Guild. I mean, we'd be at it all day.
Okay, I'm excited to get this card in at a decent time. We'll buy a workshop here as well. And then probably just start running these until we turn 7 and can work on the Acropolis. And I think it's time that we started working up towards nationalism as our next stop. And we're going to appoint Victor. Nowhere yet, though. And Pharsalos trade with... Pharsalos can trade with Dido. So let's transfer you to Pharsalos. Gonna get a hold of a builder here. 3 turns, it's not the best, but let's see what Victor can do. Let's actually buy a monument. And we'll work on a granary. "22 turns. I think we're good. And we've got the trebuchets going to be coming as well. So I don't think I want to worry about a siege tower. There's my buttress boost. Okay, I'll send you over here. Kind of wasted a trade turn because of that. I'm gonna leave you behind in there for now. Gonna chop out another population and get a luxury and get a second copy of it. Good, he's covered. Aha. That's 5 votes against. Hopefully it's enough. And it is. With an admiral. And we'll go to Sparta. Actually, do I have a trade route to Sparta already? Corinth to Sparta. So far, Salos is... Okay. I'm so dumb. We're going to pretend that just never, ever happened. Let's get some gold. Full loyalty in 20 turns. What if I leave 7? I'll go back. Some nice pillages around here. That's a little bit better of an attack. He's going to go into the city though, so I'm just going to not hurt myself. Crap. Just in the interest of not slowing down. It is possible that the crossbows would make work of those, but I'll be able to get the quadrine boost for naval tradition. Let's work on the amphitheater. Okay, you go to Sparta. And you go to Utica. Like you should have done 2 turns ago. Okay, you stay put there. It's not going to happen. Oh, we'll go melee.
If you see a castle under fire, all that glisters is not gold. Often now.
I'm still pretty happy with the setup that we've got. I'm going to pillage that just because it's an improvement we're going to lose when we take the city. I don't really need the faith. I have to kill some time until the siege tower gets here. Should have fortified before I did that though. We're going to give him the +4 loyalty. I got a crossbow I got to deal with. It'll be a while. I'll just be back and forth. I'm going to go here just on the off chance that he's going to come and try to get rid of the general, but I don't think he's going to. That worked. I'm definitely not going to get a golden age. Oh, jeepers. That's actually sad. I'm going to get my promotion at least, and then I'll leave. Ouch. So I think I might take Tortoise. Let's go for the intelligence agency, and then we'll start to work on the commercial hub. And let's just start sending Magnus up the... Well, let's not yet. I'm going to hold off on that because I'm probably going to take a double Moksha up, and I'll put Moksha in here, and then I'll give him a promotion for healing, and those two will tag team as we do our advancement. I'm going to give you Tortoise. I'm going to plunder this trade route. There's a pretty good chunk of health off the city. Actually, I better improve that niter. Let's make a builder and give it some extra charges next turn. Just about done the encampment here. Might be able to get out a horse unit and a knight in time for terracotta. In fact, we'll do it
there are
now.
two kinds of problems, small ones and large ones. The small ones will go away by themselves, and the large ones you will not be able to do anything about.
I'm gonna see if this works. And we want that builder card. Who else might want a builder? I think we'll buy a builder out of Athens here. And we'll get this one, and we'll be able to switch out of it. Is there a fast switch? Humanism is 10 turns. Naval tradition is 1 turn. So we're going to go to something this turn. We'll put a charge into humanism, and then we'll get naval tradition and switch out of the builder card. Next turn we should have this city. I don't think we're going to finish the war before the end of the episode. Well, that didn't work. We'll go battle cry. Am I missing a man at arms? I thought I was going to make another one. Work on your amphitheater. We have 2 envoys now. A cod would be very useful. Okay, we're going to put them both in a cod because I'm going to have that encampment next turn. And then we don't have to worry about walls, although we'll still worry about walls. I might need to get a trade route there for food for Sparta, because I need to get to 13 there. I must have got hit in a flood. I'm glad I am not dead. There's my buttress boost. An Acropolis on the plains. What a heresy. But just getting that Acropolis gave me an envoy, I believe. Okay, we're going to take Antananarivo. And actually, I don't want any more error score. I'm not going to have any of this in time. You are going to die. We're going to purchase a stable. I think we're going to actually purchase the armory too. And then I'm going straight to the courser. And then I'm going to build a knight right after that. And they both should be done in time for terracotta. Let's build a spy in Pharsalos. Sodo. I might just keep Sodo very simple. Might go commercial hub, which is going to really benefit from the mountains when we get a hold of Gondor and get Machu Picchu. And then I might just stick a encampment there and just run encampment projects out of there after I get that. Looks like I can afford a builder out of there. Let's do that. And next turn we'll be out of that builder card. I'll just fortify there until I heal up. Medieval walls. I don't have a cod. Builder with faith. And I have enough to buy one more as well. The Trebs are coming.
The Navy has both a tradition and a future.
I'm going to lose a point of combat strength. I don't need veterancy anymore, so I do want chivalry in there. I think I like that. I'm going to actually harvest that copper. We have our Renaissance General. As long as Gondar doesn't get walls this turn, I'm okay. Another great person. Oh, this is going to be really nice when I work on Alhambra. Actually, I might get that heavy chariot. In fact, I might even hold off on that courser. No, because I want it before terracotta. So little slow moving end of the era. At least we got the war going. Okay, I'm not happy about that. This is a real gamble. In case Gondar gets walls, I'm gonna protect myself. I'm gonna also protect myself. Gonna need to go here and here with the trebs.
Few inventions have been so simple as the stirrup, but few have had so
So we're going to call it an episode. We are going into a normal age. Hopefully Ethiopia is also in that boat or worse. We've taken 2 cities from them and we're getting ready to take the capital and the Machu Picchu city. So all in all, a fairly successful episode. I want to thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one.